Hello everybody, I am back with my weekly vlogs. I did take quite a long break and I am sorry, I have actually been moving up and down. I don't even remember the last time I have actually recorded a video, but I'm back in Mexico and it's actually been really nice, very nice, and not too hot actually. Pretty nice temperature. And I am back in my place. It's pretty amazing to kind of come back to your home. And yeah, I've been really enjoying my time here. So I wanted to update you on a couple of things, and a lot of DMs are sent about similar stuff, so I thought I'll just cover everything in here. So number one thing is about my book. Now, I have mentioned that I'm writing a book. I know a lot of you signed up for the wait list, and the book was supposed to come out end of November, but due to my extremely busy schedule and things that I was getting up to, I was filming a lot of courses online and testing a lot of recipes over the last couple of months. It kind of pushed our deadline, even though I have actually finished writing the book. Now so many things are changing, so I'm actually going to go back to the book and rewrite a few bits in the last part because, I'm changing, so the book is changing a little bit, and I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to make sure that it is, so useful for everybody and it's perfect. And I know you can never make something like super perfect, but still I wanted to make sure that it's kind of perfect. And so now the book is going to launch in 2024. As you can see, look at this. I have professional equipment now as well, so hopefully you will enjoy the sound of this video too. But yeah, the book is going to be ready next year, and I am planning to dedicate the whole of December to really make sure that I'm happy with it, and I want to finish it this year because it kind of symbolizes the end of my cycle. Of everything that I've been through in the last couple of years, because I'm entering a new chapter, a new cycle, which is totally different, and you will obviously find out in a book and everything. And actually more things are changing, so I kind of have to adjust a little bit the ending. So that's going to come out probably in April time because I still have to give it to my publishers, and that will take time to edit and go back and forth. So hopefully next spring we gonna finally have the book. And for everybody who is interested in a lot of mindset things and a lot of psychological tests or fun games, anything like that, I actually created a new Instagram profile, and I'll link it down below here and also in here too, so you can follow me there. I'll be doing a lot of cool stuff. I'll sharing personal stories. I'll also share stories of other people and give you hopefully lots of tips and advice so that you can enjoy this beautiful life and learn from other people's mistakes, and also get inspired and encouraged. And to sometimes, you just need to hear one thing and your mood becomes better, or you need to see one thing and mindset shift happens immediately, like that. So I want to be that person. I'm also in the very beginning of this journey. I have never done something like this before, even though I'm in a food space and I know I'm vlogging and you've seen me before. This is slightly different. I'm trying different types of formats and I'm trying different contexts, and it's like a new project for me. I'm very excited about it. I feel a little bit out of my comfort zone because it's not something that I ever used to do, and I have to put myself into these crazy situations where I don't know how it's going to be. And of course I do feel a little bit vulnerable because I'm out there now publicly, not just me and my cakes, but me as a whole, and you're gonna get to see all of it. For those of you who have been with me for 10 years now, you know that I'm exactly the same, well, as in real life and as on camera. Okay, I guess not all of you met me in real life, but for those of you who have, you know that I'm completely me all the time, and sometimes maybe too much. I am very emotional person, so I share everything that I go through or whatever period of my life, so it can be up and down, and I share all the good things and all the bad things, and it's just my way of expressing. It's almost like my diary where I express how I feel. And sometimes, I do realize that I'm a little bit too emotional, and time passes and then you're like, well, I don't know why I was so emotional, but I can't help being who I am. I'm, crazy emotional bunny. So I just flow, depending on my mood. So you're going to see a lot of different things from me, and hopefully I would love your support. And if you want to follow me there, it would mean so much to me. And yeah, That's one thing. The second thing, a lot of the questions were asked about my gut and my health and how am I doing? Am I still doing carnivore? Am I eating cakes? Do I have any gut issues? So I wanted to cover this topic a little bit broader. So I've made a lot of changes recently. One thing that I stopped doing, I stopped wearing Fitbit. I used to wear Fitbit every single day for years, and I stopped doing that probably good 4 months ago. And I generally feel like it made me feel better because I know there's been a lot of studies done that any type of electronic watches, obviously our phones and everything as well, they do radiate a lot of frequency, and I think they can potentially damage your health. And I don't know, I just wanted to do an experiment, and to be honest, I felt so much better. I'm trying to learn my body, understand how I feel without constantly monitoring it. I know it works for a lot of people, so you know, if it works for you, do it. I just started to feel a lot of pressure, like, oh my God, I need to hit 10,000 steps a day. I need to do this, I need to do that. And it's just the list of I need to do it just kept building up, and it kind of adding the extra pressure on me, which I decided that I don't want to have anymore. You know, if I feel like walking, I'm going to go for a walk. If I don't, I'm not going to do it. And actually, I just love being in the state of flow where I'm just kind of doing what I feel like doing, when I feel like doing, and just kind of taking life as it comes in the present moment. So I've stopped doing that, and I have noticed a difference, I think, generally in my health and everything. Another thing that I do, I also put my phone in airplane mode every night I go to bed. And when I'm really good, I actually leave my phone outside of my bedroom, because that is the best thing you can do for your health and your body. Because again, it does transmit a lot of things and it disturbs your sleep and things like that. Another thing, you're gonna laugh at me. I ordered these X Blu-ray glasses. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with me in my life. I'm turning into some sort of geek. But these are protective glasses, so you can put them on basically after like 7, 8 p.m. So that way you're not exposed to Blu-ray lights if you're using your phone, if you're using your laptop, which I know a lot of us do. I'm no exception, but I'm trying to be better. I'm trying not to use my phone at night or in the morning, because it really sets up your whole day. So yeah, so I use these, well, I'm trying to, if I don't forget. And this is just general health, because I feel like if I'm gonna just tell you about the gut, it's great, but it's like overall picture, like what am I doing overall to make me feel better? Now, for those of you who know, I've been on carnivore for 6 months. I was strict carnivore and actually did heal my gut a lot. And right now I've been kind of eating whatever, and I'm just filming, so it hasn't been like super, super great. But right now in Mexico, I actually now started about a week ago eating super healthy foods again. I'm back on my healthy eating plan, which is pretty much, it's just like protein, carbs, and veg. And it's quite strict. You know, I have 3 meals a day. If anybody wants to know exactly what I'm eating, I mean, I can tell you, let me know. But it's pretty much, I have eggs for breakfast with like avocado and salmon, some nuts, so that it's a good portion of fats and protein, because that's what keeps you full. And then for lunch, I'm usually having some sort of protein like chicken or beef with vegetables and some sort of carb. Okay, so because now I'm fully excluding gluten and dairy and sugar, well, I still kind of have dark chocolate, so that's a naughty one. But generally, yeah, I'm excluding all the gluten right now and all the dairy. And so, yeah, so I'm just having like some sort of buckwheat, grechka, or pearl barley, or couscous, actually no couscous, quinoa for lunch. And then for dinner, usually it would be like fish with vegetables. So that's kind of like a really healthy plan. And I'm kind of trying to see how I feel on that. And if any vegetables are bloating me, then of course I'm going to exclude them. I still try and stay on a low FODMAP diet, which is good for your gut, especially if you have any gas, bloating, pains, anything like that. Then I would recommend not to eat like aubergines, tomatoes, things like basically nightshades, vegetables, okay? So they are not that good for you. Also limit your like avocados and no carb hydrated drinks, and basically the whole list goes on. But my gut is generally much better. Like I feel like a totally different person, you know, from 3 years ago. I can't even imagine like what a transformation. But even now, like sometimes I can get bloated a little bit, like randomly. So I'm not quite sure what it is. It could be like the oils that they put in food, you know, everywhere. And I'm still monitoring myself. I'm also taking different types of supplements. I know I usually show you what supplements I take. I can probably recite it from my head. So the supplements that I always take with no exception, and I don't have breaks, is magnesium. I always have magnesium at night. I sometimes have a boost of vitamin C, like 1,000 units. I do it with my collagen that I drink every morning now. Collagen is good for your hair, for your skin, for your overall being, well-being. And I take my fish oil and my zinc, which is basically one of the most important things. And vitamin D, usually if I am not exposed to the sun as much. Now that I'm living here, I might not take as much vitamin D, but I will still test it out and see if I'm good. And then I've actually started a new treatment with this new company about my gut to really heal fully. Like if I had, because I had IBS and I think I had even SIBO, and if you had Candida or any of these kind of symptoms, it's really good to obviously cleanse your whole gut just to replace your bacteria, to make sure it's nice and healthy and perfect for you. So I've started that treatment. I'm going to test it out first. I don't want to announce it. I'm just testing it out. Like, you know me, I never share anything unless I've tried it myself, because I just don't see a point talking about something if it doesn't work. So I'm going to test it out for a few months. They've sent me their stuff, and the first 3 days were actually brutal. I did not feel good, but now it's getting better, and I'll see how I feel if it actually completely removes my bloating. And yeah, I will show you obviously some videos later. Right now, like, I am not super bloated, I'm just normal and I'm feeling pretty healthy. Well, in the last 2 weeks, I was a bit naughty in Latvia because, you know, my home country, and there's a lot of delicious food like blinchiki and all sorts of things, and pelimeshki, like it's like dumplings and everything. But the good thing is that I want to encourage you, if you are on your journey and if you're doing carnivore, if you want to do strict carnivore, it really does work and it does help. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it definitely requires effort. A, it's not as expensive as people think, and B, you don't actually eat as much as you think. In the beginning you might, but then you actually eat less. And honestly, it's the best way of eating that I've ever felt in my life. So carnivore was the best way, how I felt energy-wise, emotion-wise, weight-wise, and just, you know, just everything. I might return to carnivore at some point, but I kind of just wanted to experiment now, you know, adding back some other foods like fruit and veg and seeing how I feel. And if I feel great, then I'll just carry on doing that. If I don't, then I might just go back to carnivore. And that's kind of like my update on my bloat and my gut and all of those kind of things. Of course, I feel like it's an overall picture. I did a lot of other things to heal myself. So I started doing a lot of meditations from last year. I also try and do yoga as much as I can. I kind of need to get back into it. So I kind of slipped and I haven't done any yoga for a while. So I really need to do it at least 3 times a week. I'm trying. And of course, exercise. This is also something that I want to do. You know, I suggest you walk at least 30 minutes a day just to move your bowels, especially if you have any gut issues. It's really helpful to move a bit after you've eaten, and, you know, just go for those nice romantic walks by yourself or with someone, or just exercise, you know, go to the gym or go just for a walk in the morning or at night. It's just so nice as well, just to clean your head and, you know, refresh your thoughts and just get into that Zen state. It does really help a lot. These are kind of the 2 big things, and a couple of other things, obviously, like I'm changing a lot about Ali's Yummy Food. So I think potentially might be starting a second channel where I will be doing these types of vlogs, because it's going to be a bit more personal. So I'm going to announce it too. And hopefully for those of you who are interested in a bit more lifestyle, you know, things, advice and stuff like that, then we'll be moving over there. But here we'll just keep it as a food channel or some sort of business advice about food and cakes. Otherwise, yes, thank you all for watching. I wanted to update you all, and I just want to say that life is so crazy. And I want you to remember one thing that actually helps me to get through a lot of stuff, is that our emotions, you know, they kind of come and go. And if you're feeling not in a good place, like emotionally, mentally, right? Just remember that it's always going to go back, you know, go back up. It's going to get better. And sometimes it just takes a bit longer. Sometimes it takes shorter. But I have been working so much with meditations on my self-aware state. So like now, anything that I feel, I can just feel it straight away in my body, and I can like, oh, this is what I feel. This is a fear that's coming up, or this is this that's coming up. And I allow myself to be the way I am. Like if I'm feeling scared, I actually say it out loud, like I'm actually scared about this. And that way you are telling yourself and your body and your mind that you are feeling this emotion. And then there's no I don't know what the word is in English, like dissociation, right? Whether it's true or not. And then you're kind of giving yourself space. Oh gosh, my leg went numb. I think I was sitting in this crossed position. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I can talk probably for ages. So on this note, have a lovely day. I hope you enjoyed this vlog because I haven't done it in a while and I'm sorry. And lots of love. Bye.